Hey guys, thanks for all your patience. It's been really tough getting the video done now. There's a longer video, a lot more to it, even some graphics intensive stuff, which actually didn't take me that long. I'm not going to lie to you, it was pretty cheesy, but it doesn't matter. Again, thanks for your patience. We're getting new subscribers every day and new friends and likes, so I want to thank you guys for that. Again, hope you guys enjoy all the cool little things we did with this one, and I'm hoping to do more like this. It's just been kind of crazy lately. It's winter's ending, so things should start picking up a little bit more. But again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy, and now enjoy the new APS logo. Oh yeah, I knew there was something I forgot to show you guys. Hey everybody, welcome back to Proud to be Pagan. It's been a while. God, don't we all wish we could just do that? But what you're looking for is that's what you want to imagine, that's what you want to see and feel when you're banishing and cleansing an area. Now, I'm pretty sure we haven't gone over this, so we're going to go ahead and start here. There are many ways to banish or cleanse, well, anything really. A room, a person, an animal, an object, anything. You can cleanse the air. You can banish anything, really. And to get anything started, you really need to clear the area. And it's surprising we haven't gone over that really, but well, let's do that. There's no time like the present, I suppose. Better late than never. But first, I want to go over how to sense energy, because you need to know what's bad and what's good before you can start. Now, this is going to be chock full of new videos and, old videos. The first thing I want to go over is, it's energy sensing, really. And the best way I've found to do energy sensing is, Reiki, because I'm a Reiki master teacher. And if you want to read a little bit about Reiki, we didn't go through too much of it. One of our older videos I'll put down here as well, and you can view that one. First I'm going to do is get the pendulum. It's a really simple one. My soul stone is Tiger's Eye. If you have any questions about soul stones, in the comments, I try and get back to everybody I can. So I have a Tiger's Eye pendulum here. What you're going to do is a pendulum moves with the earth, the energy of the earth, the rotation, the magnetic field, everything. And this little guy, when held at a steady state, without motion or without too much motion, will actually pivot and spin based on the rotation of the earth and the gravitational pull. And there we got some clockwise motion. And I can move back a little bit. You can tell my hand is not moving. Hard to do when your arm's out like this. All right, now what you'd want to do is you want to hold it close to your body. You want to tuck your arm in, so that way you have some steady, you're not so moving, I guess you could say, not so full of motion. I don't know. You're not moving so much. And you want to just hold it by its actual pivot point. So if there's a ball on it or anything like that, you want to do that. And you're just going to wait for it to start spinning. Now, gently, without moving your arm, you can walk around. It's hard to do. You've got to move very slowly. So this is a very hard one to use. and you'll see the motions start moving. If they're getting smaller, you know you're doing it right. If they're getting bigger, probably because you're moving it. So just keep an eye on it. It's one of the harder ones to do, but it's one of the more direct, energetic works you can do. Along the same lines is the healing touch, energy within your hands. Now, if you remember when I explained in the video, the energy comes through your crown chakra, goes out through the root chakra. Root chakras are in your hands, feet, and of course, down your pelvis. So, with that being said, it's going to come out of your hands, which means you're going to feel divine energy. You're going to feel a difference. You're going to feel a difference in the energy coming from your hands and the world around you. Now, of course, you have to be attuned to this to know it. Most people actually don't have to be attuned. It naturally flows through all of us. Being attuned only means you feel it more or you're more aware of it. But everyone has that sensation. And all you have to do is simply this. You just want to walk around with your hands in front of you and feeling the air. You can feel a difference in temperature. Some people feel tingling. Some people feel throbbing sound very, very gently. And you'll move around the room. Now, as you're doing this, notice for the differences. If something feels too tingly, too hot, too cold, that may be an area you want to work on. Now, the next thing is more physical. Smudging. Very simple. Sage is one of the best ones to use. It's used for everything. It's very grounding, and you mix it with other things. You can find lavender in sage. You can find juniper in sage. You can find all kinds of items. Mix them with the sage. Sage has been used by Native Americans for millennia, and they found that it cleanses the air around it. Now, careful around this. Pregnant nursing probably shouldn't be around sage, anything burning that's producing or emitting smoke. Just a forewarning. So we'll go through our way to cleanse or do a pre-cleanse before banishing other than this in a moment. But all you're going to do is you're going to walk around with it burning. The smoke cleanses the air. Just as we went over in the air element, it's the same thing. We are changing the dynamics of the air to our will. When you light this sage, you are bending your will to the air. This is a purifying element. You're bringing it into the air around you. So you want to fill the room. Don't fill it with smoke, but walk around with it. Walk around and just have the smoke go everywhere. Meaning, walk in like a zigzag pattern. Kind of cover the area as if your feet were paintbrushes. And you're painting the floor with your feet while you're smudging. And that should take care of some of the air element. Now, for those that can't use anything that burns, as I mentioned before, here's a great alternative. This is again for cleansing the air. Because everything else would come together fine. The land doesn't need cleanse, it's constantly moving. The air is always what our thoughts and everything go through. Here, I have a bottle of water. It's not just any kind of water, it's special. What it is it's mixed with tea tree oil. It's just that simple. Tea tree oil is cleansing, it's antifungal, it's purifying. It actually is, to an extent, even in antihistamines. People use it in neti pots very gently. It has a very distinctive smell to it, kind of mentholated smell. Eucalyptus has the same thing. This has a little bit more of a punch to it. And all you're going to do is spray it in the air. That's it. Do that the same way, using your paintbrush motion of your feet. Now don't drag your feet, because that just makes you look silly. But walk and spray. As you're doing this, envision the air cleansing, white light engulfing it, almost like you're filling the room with smoke, but from your mind. All right, so we've cleansed the air. It's time to get physical with your banishing. Now, you guys have seen the movies, all the people who do the exorcisms and everything. They're very physical people. They'll grab you and whatever. This is around the same route, but what we're going to do is, instead of invoking the power of a god, we're just going to invoke the power of ourselves and the elements around us. Really simple stuff, guys. All you have to do is know your pentagram. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the altar. You're only going to need 2 things. And I'm pulling up 4 fingers, but it's 2 things. Your wand, an extension of your will, and your athame. Remember, the athame is different from the bowline. The bowline is your classic. It actually is a weapon. Now, for our intents and purposes, it is a working tool and only used for actually using physical means to cut things, and even for protection in the old days. So, as I mentioned, physical only, spiritual only. Black handle, white handle. Now again, it doesn't have to be necessarily black and white handled, but you get the point. Now, before we get too deep into using our tools, we've got to know our pentagram. It's really simple. This is the way I teach my students. The spirit is always on the top, your top point here. And then, well, you probably can't see it from here, but that's okay. You go from left to right like you're reading left to right, up and down. And I always use the acronym, awe, fire, as in you're in awe of the fire. Spirit on top, and then A for air, W for water, E for earth, fire. Spirit on top, A, W, E, fire. Awe, fire. If you remember those points, you'll know exactly where to start your pentagram. For every area, for any time you're invoking or banishing that pentagram. Now, there are ways to do it. As we know, most of our invoking moves dioso. Most of our banishing moves widdershins, or clockwise and counterclockwise, respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the north side of the room. I don't know why I'm speaking up. I'm wearing a microphone. This is horrible. What we're going to do is we're going to draw our circle, as we always do, starting from the north. First is earth. Spirit on top. Ah. E. We're going to go dioso, clockwise. Starting at the bottom, up. Pentagram complete. Encase it. Pretty simple. We're going to do that for every corner. Welcome to the east side of the room. Not a very big room, so let's get started. Again, spirit on top. Awe. I'm in awe of fire. Air is right here. Working Dios. Back to the south of the room. Spirit on top. Awe. Fire. Off to the west. A. W. And invoke spirit. Simply, all we're going to do is we're going to stay in the middle with all four elements around us. And it's the same way. Now, as above, so below is the spirit, our mind. So we're going to do spirit above, spirit below. Draw your power through your athame, expel it through your wand. Just that simple. But Eruchye, you haven't even gone through banishing yet. I know. You have to cleanse and purify your space before you can seal, block, and banish. Because you have to make it your own. It's sacred to you. All of your house can be sacred. Your car can be sacred. You can bless your car at all 4 points. However you want to do it. Come back to your altar and work on your blessing. It just as anything, you're going to bless the area. Because now it's your area. If you'd like to resmudge, you can resmudge. Smudging includes spraying too, by the way, just so you know. And the way I like to do it is I like to keep it physical, because it is a physical area. We're not blessing an ethereal plane here. We're blessing your home. We're blessing a space. We're blessing your circle. So we keep it physical. Once your space is sanctified with your touch and your blessing, you're going to physically do something. The same way you have brought in all of the elements, you're going to do it to all the portals, including the door. With wand and athame in hand, you're simply going to push your will out every portal. When we say every portal, we mean every door and window. Same thing. Now, if you are facing, it's your choice. Right now, again, I'm facing the south, so I could use a banishing pentagram to the south. And again, Spirit always on top. A, W, E, fire. We're going to go backwards. Same thing. Now remember to physically push your will out the door. For every door, every window, every nook and cranny in that room, house, or car. Or if you don't have a portal, just stay in one place and banish around your circle. Banish the 4 points on a circle outside. We'll do the same. Once you have them banished, it's time to seal it. I like the physical again. This is an amethyst stone, and this is a raw tiger's eye. You can see the striations in it. What I did is I sealed the door with black salt. This is commercial black salt. Now you can make your own by using cooking cast iron, keeping the salt that you clean your cast iron pans and pots with, or if you have a cast iron cauldron, which you clean the salt with, and that's your black salt. Now this is physically black. It's commercially produced, and you can buy it. What it does is it blocks negativity from that area. Welcome to the floor, everybody. You're going to take the black salt, and you're simply going to sprinkle across the portal. That's it. That's everything. Now the crystals, as you can see, I have them here on the floor in what's called a grid. Now what I did was I put them on every door and portal. And you can do the same thing, or you can just do your doors, wherever is entered, wherever you think anything would come in that needs to stay out. Once you do that, you've got a physical portal. Now, not just a door, an ethereal portal. So you're keeping all negativity out as well. But that's not enough. That black salt's going to get swept. You may move the rock or the stone. Now you have to seal your intent. Now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to seal your intent. And I like to use my own blessing oils. And you're just going to open up the bottle, or if you have a blessing oil, your favorite one you want to use, oil is the best. It does stay. Now, I would be careful if you have an apartment or you're renting or whatever. Find a place that probably, and make sure the oil won't stain, because that's really important. But once you have your seal, you're going to start with spirit at the top, and you're just going to draw a pentagram. And enclose it as a pentacle. Anointing it and banishing it for good. Did I say for good? I meant for a long, long time. If you feel the energy, always double check your energy levels. Because if you feel it getting different, if you feel it moving away from the way it was, just rebanish. Always remember, put everything back where it was and let earth, fire, air, and water guide you to the mysteries of the divine, and blessed be.